Hello again, everyone. I think it's playtime again. I've got another of these sets of Sizzix with 49 and Market stamps and dies, and they're mushrooms and bugs. There's the stamps. There's a couple of backgrounds. There's the two bugs. These are just two random sets of toadstools. And these ones obviously go together. Those go together. So I just thought we'd have a little play. I've chosen kind of similar sort of colours to the ones that are here. I've got gathered twigs, pumice stone, iced spruce and speckled egg. We'll see how we get on. I've got a square card. This one is the largest square that I can make, square card that I can make out of a sheet of British A4. So I've got my panel cut, my my base cut, and I thought we'd have a go. A few things I've gathered. I've got the inside layer, or part of an inside layer, from a serviette. I've got a couple of bits of this is a bit of a music score. The Lord Gave the World. Great with, what's that? Is that Elijah? Can't think. Or is it Messiah? I don't know. Can't remember. And a bit of print. Fairs in churchyards forbidden, it says. Well, there you go. Don't have a fair in a churchyard. I've got a gummy pan stencil. We'll see how we go. I don't know what I'm going to do, really. But let me just start by stamping the toadstools. Let's just see what it comes out like. There's a toadstool, and there's something to colour it. Oh, these are falling off. Gracious. I haven't taken them out before. Sometimes they're stuck on so hard that you can't get the stamps off the carrier sheets, but these are just falling off. Goodness. Right, oops, the bug did jump. Let's put him down there. Okay, let's stamp one of these. What should I do it in? Let me do it in this gathered twigs just to see how it looks. All right, fit on there. Yeah, okay. This surface is not brilliant for stamping. If it's like this and doesn't have a real cushion. So I often just grab this old mouse mat just to stamp on to see if I can get a bit more sponginess, a bit more softness. See, it hasn't all gone into the middle there, has it? Never mind. We'll just see what happens. I'm just going to do this with let's just do it with the bottom bit, with what I ought to have done, really, shouldn't I? Put this in my stamping platform. I think that's what I should have done. I think this is one of those things where it doesn't actually matter if it doesn't go exactly where you think it's, going to go. I think it doesn't fit exactly within the boundaries of the previous stamp, so you have a bit of artistic license. Okay, let me just spray that a minute and see what happens to that. I don't think that's bad, actually. A bit more. Okay, I'm going to leave that just to set a minute. I'm going to try just stamping some of those little mushrooms onto this, I thought. So let's just see how these go. Let's get a little block. Here's one. I don't know what colours. Perhaps I should have done this with it's interesting. Let me just do it underneath this and see what difference it makes. It's rather nice. Let's try a different colour. I like this. This is going to be kind of subtle. If I stick some of this tissue paper onto the card base, there'll be a bit of texture from the tissue, which will be just slightly different from stamping that directly onto the card front. Let's do pumice stone and see what happens to this. Let's have a look. Ooh, that's subtle, isn't it? Quite nice. Ooh. Let's do another one of those. It's difficult to see again. Let's put it against the white. Can you see? It's interesting, isn't it? If I want to get these out of here, an easy way to do it is just to wet the tissue a little bit. So if I get a little paintbrush and just go in between, should be able to just pull these away. Don't want that straight edge. Let's just see. Just get rid of this straight edge here. There we go. I'll almost let this dry. There we go. There's a few bits. This one, I don't want this straight edge here either. Okay. And that. Okay. Right. Is that nearly dry? I'm going to try die cutting this and see what happens. There is just a couple of dies with this set, just for the two sets of mushrooms. So let's just see how this goes. It might be kind of a bit too uniform for the sort of overall idea of my mixed media. We'll just see what it looks like. Get rid of a bit of this odds and ends. Ooh, this is exciting, isn't it? Let me see. Let's put that back on its magnet. I just stuck a bit in there. Well, that didn't come with the actual thing. It was, you know, one of my brainwaves. Right, let me just sort it out a little bit with this, and we'll get on with our base. If I can remember where I put it. Where is it? There it is. Here we are. Okay, let me first put a little bit of... Do I want a bit of colour on first? Perhaps I do. Let me just see. Let's have some... We haven't used the ice spruce yet, have we? Oh, have we? No, we haven't. Right, let's have a little bit of this. And what am I going to put it onto here with? I've got a bit of plastic here, hasn't it? That'll do for that, I think. And speckled egg. Just wipe this off. Okay, that'll do. Right, let's have a look at some of these. I'll get some Slap It On. Slap It On Matte Medium from IndigoBlu. Put this on my little palette. If I can get it out without too much coming at once. There we go. I'm going to use a broadish brush just to... Not doing it underneath here because it's too fine. It's going to go all over the place. This won't finish up shiny, but there is kind of a texture to it. Let's just see, where's this one? Let's put that one there. It's just a hint, isn't it? Where's our mushrooms? Do I need both of them on? I'm not too keen on that. That was, what was that? That was gathered twigs, wasn't it? It's a bit too... I prefer this sort of colour. I may do that again. Let's find... There we go, let's just... I need a... What did I use? Gathered twigs, which is here. Walnut stain. Ground espresso. Let's use ground espresso. Let's see if this... I don't want it quite so yellowy as that one, as that turned out once it was sprayed with water. See if this one's any better. If it stays that colour, it's going to be better, isn't it? Let's just use some of the colours again. What did I do? I did some speckled egg at the top and some pumice stone at the bottom. Okay, let's get this. That's better. That's better, isn't it? I will give it just a spritz, just to see what happens. It's nice. Okay, I'll cut that on. I'll cut that out. You see the difference? It's much better, isn't it? Now, let me put some, do I want another one of these? Perhaps I will put that there. Let's just get rid of a bit of this paper. Right in the corner. Right in that corner there. Should watch what I'm doing. embossing paste. This is my homemade stuff. I don't know if just a bit. Ooh, that's nice. Yummy. Let's get this off, a little bit off here. Right, I think I'll put a little colour onto that. Oh, that's lovely. Don't know if you can see it, but it is, it's just like can you see that? It's great. Oh, right, let me just put the lid on this and I'll find something to give that a bit of colour. Labelled, what's this one? Green cast, let's try that. Let me try that one. Get a soft brush. Can you see this? Gosh, it's gorgeous. I am thinking that the mushrooms I picked are too small for this piece of whatever. Look at that. Can you see that? Wow. A bit of tissue on the side. I'll cut that off later. I'm just wondering if this is going to be too small. Or not definite enough. Let's try some stamping. There's some nice stamps here, some of these splodgy things. Can you see? Let me just put some of these onto a block. Let's try the pumice stone first of all. I love this colour, absolutely love it. Let's try some of the speckled egg now. Oh, here's mine. I'm just wondering if I need something a bit more radical on this colour-wise. I think I probably do. I think I could do with some neat colour, maybe. That's great. Okay. Love these sets, absolutely love them. Let's just try a bit of neat colour. Okay. Where's the iced spruce? Here it is. That's better, isn't it? That one's going to have to go. If I put something behind this, this might do. If I try some of the ephemera, there's a bit of, let's just see. Yeah, we'll put those on. I think these will probably need some medium on both sides because they're kind of a bit thicker paper. So let's just see. The colour matches quite well the old paper, doesn't it? Okay. Okay. We need some depth at the bottom here, I feel. So if I use Ice Spruce again, I want some kind of stamping to establish that. Should I try this again? I might just try it just to see. That's better. I feel I need some more things kind of stuck on. Let's stamp a couple of bugs and then we can perhaps cut them out. Let's just see. A little. Is that big enough? Just about. And the colour, I think we will go with ground espresso. Let's see if we can do a better one. Not really. Let me just stamp them straight on. Let's have the other one. Need a slightly bigger block for this one. I want a different colour. I don't want that colour. I'm going to go with Speckled Egg again. Let's try here first. That's not very good. Rub it on my hand. That's better. It's a bit in your face, that one, isn't it? Perhaps I'll do another toadstool. That one's just a bit too dark for my liking, so where is a bit of tissue paper? Here's a bit. Let me just do one on there. I'll do the pumice stone. There we go. Right. Can I rip this off? Put it there. A bit more of this. Have another little piece. This will do. There. There we go. See, that's much more subtle now, isn't it? With that, doesn't look like the mushroom is over the top. It looks like the bug is over the top of the mushroom. It's helped enormously. I'm pleased about that. Okay, that's going to go there. I feel I would like a nice sentiment, maybe a die cut sentiment. I'll have a think, and I will be back to sort out what we do about a sentiment and a backing for it as well. Be right back. I found a sentiment, Sending Smiles, which I thought would go kind of there. This can go there, but I'm going to just add a bit more definition to that. I thought I would make the sentiment from a bit more of this, but it's kind of too thin, so I'm going to stick it onto a piece of card before I cut it out, and then I'll do a little bit of, I don't know, distressing or something to it to just to give it a bit more definition, to make it more different from the bits I've stuck on already. So let's just stick this on here, give it a bit more substance. Okay, now I'll cut out my Sending Smiles. I just cut that off because that's all sticky, and otherwise it's going to go everywhere with the in my die cutting machine. So let's just cut this out. Sending Smiles. Looks like it's cut it out. Okay, let's just see. That's got a little heart in if we want to put it back. And I want to put that on there, but at the minute, of course, it doesn't show up terribly well because it's the same colour as the background, which is what I've just mentioned. So I'm going to use some of this ground espresso just to highlight this a little bit. So I also want to do some spots onto there. So I thought if I used this one again, the dotty one, I might be able to put some dots over the top of the mushrooms. Let's just see. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Perhaps I can do that with this to start with. Still not very clear. I have to do something else with this. Let's just add a lot more colour. That's about as much as I would want, I would think. Yeah. It's still got the hint of the newsprint, but it's more legible. So that's going there. The next thing I'm wondering about is whether I put some crystal glaze on there. Let me just do my glitter gloss. I just love glitter gloss. Let's just see if that makes a difference. Yeah, quite like that. Let's do all of it. There. That needs to be up onto... I'm going to do it on this as well. Just make this a bit shiny. Let's just see what happens. It's going to diffuse, as you see, it's going to diffuse the colour because this is water-based. It's almost like putting a spray over it. That's fine. Leave that to dry. So I'm going to stop, I think. I've got to wait until this is dry before I can mount it. Wait for that to dry before I can mount that. That I'm going to put onto foam tape. How are we doing then, I think? I'm just wondering. I may decide to put this onto a backing sheet. I think that would probably help with anchoring the thing down, and that's going to stand proud like that. Look at the end of the video. I will finish the card, photograph it, put it at the end of the video. So, goodness, it took me a long time today. I'll have to edit out a few of the hiccups, I think. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and please do hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. And with luck, see you again tomorrow.